gorgeous. How are you today? This is Jan Dielstra, CEO of Winged Women's Business and Life Coaching and best-selling author, award-winning author. And I'm here today just to talk to you about something that is epidemic, at least in my clientele. It's the reason I'm here. And I come to you today with my heart open to share this with you. So sit down, grab a cup of tea, put me on pause for a minute, where you get comfortable, settle in, and let's talk about self-worth. Okay? All right. Are you ready? Okay, good. Okay, so here's the thing. I have been working with empowering women since 1984. That's a long time. And I'm telling you, over the years, although every woman is unique, and I've seen such diversity, I've been blessed with so many personalities. And I feel so much love for my clients, absolute love, especially by the end of our interactions. There's a bond that will forever be. In fact, I'm in touch still with my very, very first client I ever had way back. So the results of what we do together when we work together, they're lasting. They're very much permanent, transformative results. So what I've noticed, though, of all the diverse women who have come through, there's a common thread, and that common thread is self-esteem. Absolutely, unequivocally self-esteem. It's a sense of not being worthy, a sense of not being deserving. It's a learned behavior. Somewhere along the line, maybe as young as childhood, a woman learns that she's not lovable. And so what happens over the years is that with that little seed of being unlovable in her brain, now it kind of grows, and it gets, every time there's something that reinforces it, it grows a little more and a little more and a little more and a little more. And by the time a woman is an adult, she has this enormous growth of lack of self-worth. And it just permeates every single area of life, every area. The results show up in your bank account, they show up in your relationships, they show up in your career, they show up in your education, in where you live, how far you are able to afford to move from where you were born, your place of birth. The impact is enormous of self-esteem. Every facet of your life is affected by your self-esteem. Now really take that in for a moment. Really soak it in, suck it into your gut. Let your inner goddess really get a hold of that and feel what that is. How is your self-worth, your self-esteem, your sense of self, how is it affecting your life? Everywhere, right? Yeah. So it not only affects who we dated, or who we eventually, if we get married, who we marry, or where we live, the conditions under which we live, the things we surround ourselves with, our ability to travel and learn about other cultures and expand our horizons, all of those things. And it's bigger than having the money to take your kids to Disneyland, or to go to Disneyland when you're a child. That stuff. We didn't take many trips when I was a child, I'll tell you that, but I made sure that my kids went to Disneyland because it's something that I hadn't done as a child, and once you go there, it's like, oh, this is quite fun. And I think that fun is one of the things that's really missing, and I think that fun is a way to raise your self-esteem. Now that may seem really, maybe either abstract or just simplified, but think about this. When we laugh, when we experience joy, we have these little chemical outbursts that are really healthy. We have the serotonin flooding through us, and we're building these happy memories, and we're actually feeding our brain. We're feeding our whole soul, our mind, body, spirit connection. We feel that with joy and love. And all of those are abundant. Anywhere that you go, you can find love and abundance, or abundance of love, and an abundance of joy. All you have to do is turn on a comedy. You can laugh. But it's bigger than that, isn't it? It's way deeper than that, isn't it? So what I want to do with you today is just kind of take you on a little guided meditation into your self-worth for just a moment. And don't fear, this is not a dangerous place, not a painful place. We're going to go in and we're going to love this little inner old memory from way back. So are you ready? Okay. All right. I'd like you just to start by breathing in very, very deeply, and always through your nose. Our nose has filters, so we always want to breathe in through our nose, and then when you exhale, I'd like you to do it out through your mouth audibly. And the reason I want you to exhale audibly is because your frequency is in your voice. I want your frequency to come out so that you can hear it. It also alerts your brain that something is shifting. Okay, so we're making a shift. So we're going to alert the brain that we're making this shift. Okay, so begin by breathing in. Again. Now what is breath? It's actually life force, isn't it? It's like the chi that fills us. It's our life force energy. We can't live without air, can we? Oxygen. So breathe in again. Let that frequency wail. Doesn't that feel good? Okay. I'm just going to sidetrack for just a moment, which I do quite often. You know that by now probably. Our breath is an enormous wealth of wisdom. If you find yourself creating little dramas and being angry, filling your bloodstream with deadly hormones, cortisol, being stressed, I want you to really notice it and then vow, commit to breath work and just consciously breathe. Bring yourself back into the moment with your breath. It doesn't cost a thing. You can do it anywhere. You can do it in a grocery store line. You can do it. Nobody needs to be the wiser. Maybe the exhale wouldn't be quite as noisy, but what the heck? You're never going to see these people again anyway, right? So, one more time. Okay. Are you feeling kind of centered and balanced a little bit? Okay. I want you just to think for just a moment about the ways in which you maybe perhaps self-sabotage yourself, keep you small, keep you reinforcing your feeling of not being worthy. How do you do that? What are some ways? You know, do you negative self-talk? Do you say things like you're stupid, you're never going to amount to anything, blah, 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 blah? What messages are you telling yourself? Really get clear. Continue to breathe. Be here right now with me. So while you're feeling these messages of your self-worth, the messages that you tell yourself, I want you to notice, just notice how your body feels right now. Are you holding stress somewhere in your body? Where do you hold your stress? Is it in your bowels? Is it in your neck, your shoulders? Is it in the top of your head, your forehead? Is it in your jaw? Where is it? Where do you hold all of that stress in your life? Stay with me. Okay. So as you breathe in and you notice your body where you're holding stress, I want you to direct your attention to that place and just notice. Notice how it feels. I tend to hold my stress on the back of my shoulders. I was in massage therapy school years ago, and the instructor, when I'd be massaging away at one of my poor little students, he'd come and, push down on my shoulders. So even while I was massaging other people, getting them to relax, I had my shoulders up to my ears. So wherever you hold your stress in your body, just notice, just be aware of it and just notice. Put your attention there and then consciously tell your body, because your mind and body and spirit are all one, relax. Just tell it, relax, relax. And as your mind relaxes with your breath, it helps your body to relax too. So just breathe into that point of your body, wherever you have the stress, breathe into it and give it extra love, extra oxygen. Let it go. Now these little messages that you hear about what your worth and deserving are, I want you to really, really think for a moment. Whose voice are you hearing? Where did you first hear that you weren't good enough? Maybe it was subtle. Maybe it was just someone didn't have time. Maybe your caregivers were really busy trying to survive. Maybe they didn't have time for you. That made you feel unworthy. Or maybe it was out and out abuse. Maybe you were, physically, mentally, emotionally abused. Wherever it came from, just notice, that's all. And you've survived it once, so this isn't going to hurt you. There's nothing to fear. Just remember and just hear. What is the message and where did it come from? Just take a minute and just get really clear. Do you hear someone's voice? What's it saying to you? What is the message that you've learned, that you've taken way down in as a seed into your subconscious long, long ago? What is that seed message? As you consider this message and what it is and where you learned it, I want you to notice where in your body it affects you. As you think about it, does it affect the place where you hold your stress? Breathe into that place, to where that seed is. Breathe into it. Now you're at the very, very basic seed. And you've spent your entire life since a seed was planted. You've spent your entire life germinating it, nurturing it in a really abstract way, cultivating it into your current belief. You've fought tooth and nail to hold on to that. And what it does is it actually manifests in your body. So I want you to picture, imagine where it's at in your body right now, and go to that place. And with that place in your body, wherever it is, I want you to just really hold on with that place, just tight, tight, tight. Give it your all. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on to this old message about how you're unworthy and you're not lovable, and you should be not even seen and not even heard, and you don't matter and you're not important, and hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on to that message. Hold on with everything you got. If it's in your guts, hold on with your guts. If it's in your shoulders, hold on with your shoulders. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. And don't you dare let go of it. You hold on to it. Keep holding on. Hold on, hold on, hold on. And keep holding on as I say this next line. Notice as you're holding on. Notice what that's doing to your body. Notice. Notice and keep holding on. Hold on. And notice how much energy it takes to hold on to that memory, to that message that you are unworthy, you're undeserving, that you're unlovable. And just hold on. And do you notice how much energy that takes? Now, what would happen? Don't you let go yet. You hold on. What would happen, though? What would happen if you got really, really clear about how you are using your energy, about how you've stored up all this energy, that takes all this energy to hold on to this old message that keeps you small? What if, and don't you let go, you hold on right now, keep holding on, hold on tighter. Now just imagine what would happen if all that energy were freed up. What would happen? Who would you be? What would happen with you if you released the death grip you have on that message that you've internalized, that seed that you've been cultivating about your self-worth? Now you hold on, you keep holding on. And you just think about that for a minute while you're holding on. Stay tight, keep using all that energy. Hold on to that feeling you're not good enough. You're unworthy. You'll never amount to anything. You don't deserve. You're rotten through the core, through and through. Hold on to it, hold on to it, hold on to it. Don't you dare take a risk. Hold on, hold on, hold on. And notice your body. Notice the stress in your body, the dis-ease of holding on to that message. Just notice. Are you ready to let it go once and for all? Hold on, keep holding on. It's not time yet. I want you to get really, really clear about what you get for holding on. Holding on, what do you get? Well, you get an excuse to play small, don't you? You don't ever have to be expected to do anything. You can be a victim your whole life and never amount to anything, just like it was predicted. Or you can decide that you're an adult now, and it's time to own your power. And as you decide that, when you really decide that, and only when you've decided that, then I want you to very consciously and very slowly let go of the death grip you have on the message that you're not worthy, because you are worthy. So little by little, gradually, slowly release it, whatever it is. Release it to God, to the divine, to whatever your definition of God, goddess, creative energy is, and allow it to be returned and recycled, because you don't need it any longer. Now tell me, how do you feel? How do you feel? want to share with you that you do have worth. You are here for divine purpose, huge purpose. And it starts with self-trust, self-love, and all of that grows into self-esteem and into more self-trust. And it's a beautiful cycle, and it starts with you. So where that seed has now been released of a lack of self-worth, I want you to go back in for just a moment, and I want you to plant a new seed. That is the seed of worth and deserving. And understand that you are divine. You're a divine goddess. You're a goddess. And it's about time you started treating yourself as the goddess you are. I want you to promise yourself something. Don't promise me. I don't matter. I'm not really there with you. Just my voice for now. And when you turn this off, I'll be gone. You, though, you're infinite. You are always there with you. Always. Vow to yourself to commit to really answering this question. And that is, do you want to change? Do you want to increase your self-esteem, or do you really kind of just talk the talk? I want you to get brutally honest with yourself. Brutally honest and candid. Go down and have a talk with your inner goddess and get very clear. Because if you don't really want to change, if you kind of like being a victim, if you like having the excuse to not do anything with your life, that's okay. You can do that. Absolutely you can. Obviously you are. And I don't believe in the word can't. It's either do or don't, will or won't. And you can, if you want, change your life. So get really clear. And if you do decide that you are in fact interested in really making the shift, once and for all, owning your power, getting in touch with your true purpose, your passionate purpose, and your most incredible self-love ever, then look me up and I can help you with that. And even if we don't ever connect outside of this medium, let me just encourage you by ending with this statement, and that is, you have one purpose in this life, and that is to learn to love every facet of who you are. That's it. That's it. So I encourage all of my clients to create a self-mantra, and I encourage you to do the same, whatever it is. And if you want to just change that, you have one purpose, and that is to learn to love every facet of who you are. You can use it, borrow it, turn it into an iMessage. I have one purpose in this life, and that is to learn to love every facet of who I am. And then repeat it. Repeat it and repeat it until you feel it in that place. Plant that seed. Cultivate that seed of self-worth, deserving, self-love. Always begins with you. And what will happen is you'll see all of your relationships transform. You'll see every facet of your life transform. So, here's your choice, right? All right. Listen, I'm so happy that you are here with me through this whole, it was lengthy, I know. I just hope that, hope for the best for you. So, if you do want my assistance, want to sign up for coaching, I have a couple of different options for you, and they're all on my website. So, 6-month investment or a 30-day investment, 90-day, I've got it covered. Or a 1-day intensive. Not for everybody. Bye.